really most Latin American countries I go to. Here up the hill, I have done those buildings. Yeah, Botafogo beach is actually nice too. I will have a look now. Oh, that airplane is landing here in the downtown beach. Just on my way to Botafogo beach, I was looking for my house. Here it is. Just kidding. Yes, the birds here, everything is completely rainforest-like. If you go deep into the Amazon, that's how it is like. I've been deep in the Amazon in Peru, Iquitos. That was about 12 years ago. And Ecuador, over the border from Colombia, where the guerrillas usually are. But on the other side, on the Ecuadorian side, it's just really lush forest. So this Amazon region is another very interesting, vast region I want to explore in the future. Not in Brazil necessarily, but in the other neighboring countries. Yeah, so now we are coming towards Praia de Botafogo, Botafogo beach. Here up the hill. I will keep showing a few random scenes everywhere now with here. But as usual in Rio, the poor people and the rich people are never far apart from each other. And again, you look, the favela, they have a nice view over the city and have a fresh green trees and beautiful air around it. It isn't that bad up there. Yes, they may not have running water, and they may not have always electricity, but to be honest, it could be much worse. So not all favelas are equal. Still on my way to Botafogo beach. The streets are quite nice. So now I'm here at Botafogo. There you see the Sugar Leaf Mountain. And here you see the Christ statue. Botafogo beach is actually the iconic picture of Rio de Janeiro. It's not Copacabana or Ipanema. Every time you see an old picture of Rio de Janeiro, this typical bay in front of Sugarleaf Mountain, that one is photographed down from here, from Corcovado. They're photographing it down, and that's when you see the Sugarleaf Mountain, right? So that's how the photographing is done. It's definitely a nice street leading right up to Botafogo Beach. Yeah, this is this yacht club where they have those boats in the bay, and that's a typical picture you always see, not from this angle. The angle is, again, it's from the Christ statue. And I believe if you ask most people about Rio and the picture, they would say that's Copacabana Beach. Yeah, no, it's not right. Copacabana Beach is now through the tunnel here. That's actually the Bay of Guanabara. Maybe you have seen my last video in Recife, where I basically showed you a little scene of the military dictatorship, where they're fighting for this very strategic bay. In the next few days I will go up there on the Sugarleaf Mountain. Club de Regatas Guanabara, that's what it is. And all the boats here have been here forever. Not the same ones probably, but anyway, that's a nice picture. Here you see the Christ statue. So that's where the picture comes from. It's a nice bay, but it's an absolute ugly beach and water. It's whatever it is. It's a toilet bay. It's a sewage bay. That's what it is. Well, even in Copacabana you can't really swim. People do it, but that's not really healthy. And Ipanema the same. If you really want to go swimming, you have to go to Tijuca Bay. That's actually the stopover on the way up to the Sugarloaf Mountain. Here a very ordinary neighborhood. Not a poor, not a rich, just a very ordinary medium class neighborhood. It's on the way to the beach now. Right in front you see the Sugarloaf Mountain. So now I'm walking through Pasteur Street in the center of Ho Chi Minh City. Oh no, sorry, I'm in Rio de Janeiro actually. It's just so interesting when you see an Avenida Pasteur. And I've been living in Ho Chi Minh City for many years. And well, almost not on a daily basis, but I took my motorcycle through Pasteur Street to go from A to B. That was like a real important street to go through to get from A to B. Just very interesting. Yeah, Vietnam, it's another country that's going to be in my channel in the future. It's really most Latin American countries I go to, whether it's be the Dominican Republic, Cuba, Colombia. Now my next place in a week I will be already in Colombia. People are much more open and you can approach them like you see in my Eastern Europe videos. People very friendly. I'm a person who approach any strangers in a split second without thinking about it, talking to anyone. But here in Brazil people are not approachable. They're so, I don't know, it's a combination of being scared of danger from the past. Yeah, Brazil was dangerous. It's not anymore like it's conveyed in the news everywhere. Brazil is really not dangerous anymore. It's very calm. I can only recommend if you really ever want to see Brazil. There's no better time to go than now. Yes, you will most likely be by yourself or with your friends, but anyway, enjoy to look at Brazil, see it, and it's really safe. Nobody wants to harm you in any way these days. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick stopover in the Boa do Samba. That sounds too enticing for me. I love samba music. No one plays samba music no more. Nobody plays football no more. Young people don't learn samba dancing no more. I could keep going with that list why Brazil is not what it was. But that's not what you want to hear. You want to see what Brazil is now. So I'm gonna keep walking through Centro in a minute, but let me have a beer to cool down. Eco beer. As you actually see, beer is written as in German language, beer. Puro malte. Everything is puro malte in Brazil. Every beer. It doesn't matter which one you take. Okay, so let me just drink a beer here quickly. No, not quickly. I don't run around for you guys. I'm running around for myself, for my own happiness. But I will keep recording. Okay, anyway, Prost. And I always said in my channel, besides the travel tips from a seasoned traveler like me, you will also get a bit of my wisdom. And so that's why I sometimes keep saying things. Coming back to the Brazilians, they are definitely approachable for like the instant moment. You can talk to them if you have a moment of sharing information with them or a moment of happiness. They definitely come together. You can have a very short, minimal conversation. Okay, come with me, walk through Centro. Let's have a look what's going on here. Munich. Beer from Bavaria. Yes, not just the beer. There are German roots here in Rio. Yes, so here we are more in Centro. As I often do that, I know, but I don't know myself why it is like this. It must have something to do with the building structure, the way the military regime has built those, have done those buildings here, and the infrastructure, the way it is, the way everything works here. It's a bit like Cuba, like Havana. I don't know why it is like this. The past socialism regime here. And I know that lots of Cubans, I know it from my friends for a fact, that lots of Cubans come to Brazil as their favorite destination for work. They certainly don't speak the language, and they often tell me the only problem is the language, but they learn it fast. When you're a Spanish speaker, you grab the Portuguese really fast. But they feel like, and they told me when they return, Brazil is the most equal place to Cuba in terms of the mindset of the people. That's interesting. I mean, Cuba is completely socialism, like soft communist socialism, and it fits into the picture of Brazil. I can understand it now, as more and more when I walk through the cities and see the people. The only difference is between Cuba and Brazil. Cubans are really friendly and approachable, and they love to sit down with you, have a talk, have a chat. Girl, boy, man, woman, grandmother, grandfather, it doesn't matter. They just really enjoy talking with you. Where here in Brazil, they know. They like to be by themselves. As I often do external contract work in banking, project manager, business analyst in Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse, UBS, Swiss Stock Exchange. I have also been working twice in Petrobras in Rio de Janeiro. And there you see the office building where I have been working before. That was as recent as 2016. It's a Rotary Club in Rio de Janeiro. I've been just walking by, but I just remember because my father was in a Rotary Club in Germany. It seems to be, I don't know, I haven't really investigated it enough. It seems to be a very special club of important people. My father was kind of an important person. It's so different now to walk around here in my old working neighborhood from 4 years ago. I never really mentioned it before when I was talking about Rio in 1985 and 2001. The fact that I was working here, it's a bit different because I didn't feel like I am in Rio, because I was in the office all day long. Even on Saturday, half day on Saturday, and then on Sunday you were so tired you just didn't want to go anywhere. You simply wanted to relax. That's the way it is. Well, now I'm almost here. I remember I had lunch here often in this area. It's a real deep central of Rio now. And I went to this coffee shop here. It must come up here somewhere very soon. Beautiful old music. Lovely. Always my reminder that I'm still in Brazil, because I can't believe it unless I hear that music. Okay, now I'm on a mission. I want to find that beautiful Cafeteria Colombo. Now in Centro, it's basically Latinos coming here. They're also in Sao Paulo, many of them. Latinos coming here, and Brazilians by themselves as well, selling all kinds of goods. It's interesting how things changing so rapidly. That's actually the jeweler Stern, which is really famous. It's a German immigrant in the 40s. After the World War he came here and he opened up this jewelry chain. And I remember my mother, she knew him actually personally, and she always told me in the 80s it was so dangerous that he always had a very rusty old Volkswagen Beetle. Even so, he was very rich, and he drove with this very old car to work just to make sure that people don't notice him. And almost every day he took another route to drive, so people don't get people who looking out for him, bandits not looking out for him, don't get to know his routine. In fact, I would say the center of Rio here in this area as well, it looks a little bit like Buenos Aires. Now I'm walking towards Gloria and Flamenco beach. I mean, it's at least another 3 kilometers, but that's the direction. And from there, then you're almost in Botafogo. So this is the very center point of Centro of Rio. It's not the Rio you see whenever you hear about Rio, or in combination of a video or a headline or anything. If you hear about Rio, you usually see beaches and Sugar Love and Corcovado, but that's also Rio. That's the Rio I know when I was really young. So I'm just leaving Centro. Behind me is Centro, and the good thing is you know the way. You just look at the Sugarloaf Mountain and then you know you're on the right way. The Consulate of Angola is right here on the corner. Angola is another country I would really like to go to in the future. I want to travel extensively through Africa. I've been to some places there, but there are still many things I would like to visit. So if I turn right, it gets to Santa Teresa. I just been there basically in that neighborhood. I just walked the way back through Centro. And now I'm walking my way back to Copacabana. It's a bit of a distance from here, probably about another 5 kilometers. I'm almost in Flamenco beach. Yeah, just a bit further down here, all these homeless people sleeping there. They have their mattresses spread out. All over Centro, basically, like that. I guess they kicked them out of these beach neighborhoods. They don't allow them to sleep there. They want to keep Copacabana, Ipanema a bit more tourist friendly. So now I'm actually in the neighborhood of Gloria, Santa Teresa, crossing into Gloria. Exactly through that tunnel there is Copacabana already. But I can't walk through the tunnel, I have to make a detour. So basically, this 200-meter distance, it's a 2.5 kilometer walk now. Now, making my way back to Copacabana. I'm still in Botafogo. Find my way back there. It's a bit. Hopefully I don't have to cross the tunnel. I think I have to go this a similar way back that I came. I have to somehow cross this little hill here. There's no other way to get into Copacabana. Not really the most ideal solution, but I have to walk through the tunnel. I don't know how long it is. So now the tour coming to an end for today. I'm basically back in my neighborhood here in my LA. And there we go again. And look at this building. And these are lots of these beautiful buildings like that are in Havana, Vedado area. Havana is a beautiful city as well. basically the way it is here. This part of Copacabana is a bit different than on the end. It's the beginning of Copacabana coming from Botafogo. And here are lots of bars and locals who live here hang around in the evening. Today is football. As you see, Rio de Janeiro is still showing the way it should be, showing the games. In other parts of Brazil, they don't really care about it, as I learned. Yeah, I will be sitting down here somewhere now. So that's it for today.